You know, that's a very interesting point, but I want to bring Dante into the conversation here. And I want to ask another question, because this is something we were talking about before. We really never got back to it. Barack Obama is a different type of black candidate, or candidate.
Absolutely.
Okay, they had used the term Jack and Jill politics. Right? He's a different type of person. He's this intellectual. Okay, does this mean him running for president is the end to traditional black politics now? Is it something very different now than the quote-unquote people coming from the pulpit, the churches, the communities? Or are we going to be looking for leadership from different areas of black society?
I think we are, and I think he's a prime example of that. I think that, and that's why I think there's sort of the controversy between him and Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. It's that changing of the guard, and he represents the change dynamic here. Harold Ford from Memphis. You know, we're more educated now. So you're dealing with a different, even though we have so many societal ills plaguing the African American community, we are more educated in some respects. We have, you know, African Americans in positions of CEOs in Fortune 500 companies, but we are still dealing. The realities are, when we still get there, we still looked upon as being black, and the challenges that come along with that. But it is a changing of the guard, and I think that's one of the challenging things. That's why white America is considering him an elitist, because they're looking at Jesse Jackson. They never said that about him or some of the other African Americans who ran for this position, because they weren't seen as educated enough. So here you have this couple who are just like them, so to speak, if you will, who are educated. They have eloquence. They speak well. They went to the best schools, and they just happen to be African American. And I think for Obama, it puts him in a challenging position, because he doesn't want to run from who he is as an African American male, but he also has to realize he's running for president. So that takes on a whole nother set of circumstances. He doesn't want to come off this militant black man, but he also knows that he's running for president, so he's pushing himself to the center, you know, on most things. So that's really where we are. We're seeing a different changing of the guard in the African American community.
And I think that
at the end of the... I disagree with you. I'm sorry to interrupt, but here's my problem with this. When you think about gays, Obama said, hey, we're going to change the policies in the military for gays. We're going to make sure we take care of gays. We're going to get rid of don't ask, don't tell. We're going to support, you know, if we can, marriage in the country. Appeals to Latinos, your immigration policy. Appeals to women as women. Appeals to Jews as Jews. And he's got this unnuanced position on Israel. He's appealed to every element of the traditional Democratic constituency as a identified group except black people. We're the only group who can't be who we are and make demands on him in the name of who we are like everybody else can. And he has openly spoken to their issues. When he comes and talks to us, he tells us on Father's Day to get our stuff together as far as raising our children, which we all heard at the Million Man March and we hear every Sunday at the churches and the mosques. So that to me is a problem, that somehow we've taken a leap forward on the cheap. That I think we're not fundamentally dealing with a reconstruction of the heart of America and the soul of America. And I think that becomes a problem for the fact that Hillary Clinton or John McCain will probably be able to do more policy-wise for black people than Barack Obama. Hillary could come up with a Great Society program, a New Deal, and say, hey, this is for the ghettos of America. We're going to fix this for real this time. She could do that, and nobody will complain. Bush can get up and take care of Christians, and nobody complains. If Obama tries to attend to the needs of black people, then Obama becomes someone who's pandering